Guys, we are back with the Chevy Cruze with that oil leak that I couldn't find. Well, yeah, it's back, and but it's still leaking. So I put a dye in it. I'm going to show you, and we're going to take this thing for a test drive. All right, we're just going to lightly spray it down a little bit. That's why I like testing everything before I just say, well, hey man, let's go ahead and do a timing cover gasket set, you know, which is expensive. You know, I spent what, $12 in dye. I'm gonna, you know, spend a little time on a test drive, get it warmed up, and find the problem that way. So if I can't visually find it, I have to use another method. When the next method would be dye. Or so if you guys ever have an oil leak and you can't seem to find the problem, or you got mechanics changing gaskets that don't need to be changed, we're going to do the dye method. So this might help you out in the future. So we're going to drive this bad boy around a little bit. Let's get it. All right, we just got back. We just drove about an hour all over the highway, a little bit of city driving. Anyways, let's pop this hood and let's get under there and see if we see anything. All right, let's get a flashlight. All right, the first thing I see is we got dye over here on the cap. Yeah, you got dye running down the seam here. Our brand new timing solenoid is still leaking. That's a new one. There's oil, there's dye right here on top of the valve cover. All right, we're sitting out here in front of AutoZone. I already put another bottle of dye in there. But I wanted to show you, I just drove 2 miles and I just pressure washed it before I came here. But let me show you what I found. I've been out here for 2.5 hours already, guys, just trying to find this leak. 2 bottles of dye, and I put a half a bottle of that refrigerant, that AC dye in the engine. So I got a lot of dye in that motor oil. This is what I found, because I want to find this leak. Because you notice, guys, it's already dark. Yeah, I've been on this thing 2 hours at least already, so it's wearing me out. I've never had an oil problem kick my ass like this before. So, and I've been doing this for a lot of years. Let me show you that leak. All right, now I just drove about 3 miles, but there's some, looks like it's dripping down from the valve cover. Do you guys see that? Looks like it's coming down from there, from around the bolt. There's even fluid in that crack right in there, dye right there. It's like the valve cover's leaking. I'm gonna try to see if that bolt is loose or not. But that's where the oil is. That's where the leak is, right there. See it piling up right there? It's gotta be. Let's wipe it down. Yeah, there's dye up there too. This is your leak right here. Even though it is leaking here too, you guys see that? It is leaking there too, at standstill. While I'm idling the vehicle, it slowly builds up. But this is your major leak right here. We found it, guys. And just another observation, I'm looking at these valve cover bolts. And the valve cover bolts are torque bolts, but this one is a 10mm bolt. Something happened over here. So I'm gonna have to check that. Something happened over there. Maybe when that last person who did that valve cover jacked something up over here. I don't know, but we're gonna find out. I'm gonna get it home. I'm gonna see if it tightens up and just check it out. Might have to pull the valve cover off again. I don't know. Let's see. Oh my God, that took forever to find. If I didn't have dye, if I didn't put dye in this one right here, yeah, I probably would have did something. No, I wouldn't have, because I don't like guessing. But I could see how other mechanics would say, hey man, let's just do a timing chain. I don't know where it's coming from. Yeah, dye was the very last method. I've never had to use dye to find an oil leak, ever, in over 30 years. So we found it. It's a valve cover gasket. And I told valve cover, and I told her I was going to replace it anyways because I seen a little drippage. Matter of fact, in that area, back in the back. So I was close, but I was about 4 inches away. I told her the leak looked like it was coming from right here, down right there. I touched it and it was wet, but actually I'm about 4 inches away. There's my leak right there. There's my leak right there.